Pat in Beloit, Wisconsin. Hey, Pat, what's up?
Well, first of all, I want to just say what a wonderful thing is the Hunter School. I worked 26 years with kids who have ADHD and other emotional problems, and they're great kids. I've been privileged to do it.
They really are.
So, although we have a snowy day today and we're home, what I wanted to ask and bring up is, first of all, how do you think we got to be such a paranoid, frightened country? I mean, my parents were not afraid to go to war and fight Hitler and Mussolini, and no one said, oh, be afraid all the time. And I think it's a psychological move that the Bush administration did after 9/11 to make us afraid all the time.
I absolutely agree. And in fact, Tom Ridge, who was the director of Homeland Security, admitted in public, I mean, it was on the David Letterman show, admitted that during the election of 2004, he was told to raise the Homeland Security alerts whenever John Kerry got any good press. I mean, he actually, let me rephrase that. What he said was the order came down from the White House on various days at various times to raise the Homeland Security threat, and he never knew why. Now, this is the director of Homeland Security. He didn't see any threat, but Karl Rove told him to raise the threat. And so, Karl Rove was looking at saying, hey, John Kerry's got a good news cycle. Bang, raise the terror alert, and everybody will freak out. George Bush and Dick Cheney were frightened little men to begin with, and they frightened the rest of us. And we are just slowly starting to wake up out of that trance of fear. And I think Dianne Feinstein, actually getting passed through the Senate an amendment that says, an amendment to the NDAA that says that we can no longer, that the military can no longer arrest you or me and hold us forever without trial and without even charging us with a crime, which is what the law is right now, which is totally unconstitutional, but that's the law. She got an amendment stripping that out of the law, and then it went to conference committee between between the House of Representatives and the Senate. But it passed the Senate. That's the good news. That to me is a sign that we're starting to wake up out of this paranoid fear. But then, the Tea Party Republicans in the House got a hold of it, and they stripped that back out. They took Feinstein's amendment out. She's quite indignant about it, quite upset about it.
And, Tom, if I could add also, we always talk about gun owners' rights. We have concealed carry in Wisconsin. And to be honest, I am more intimidated and more uncomfortable, and where are my rights with all these people carrying guns? I feel very uncomfortable that people are carrying guns around me.
Right. What about the rights of the unarmed? I'm totally with you, Pat. Thank you very much for the call.